What is that?
Pete and Joseph find their new normal, Warner Brothers finds a new sugar daddy, and Paul Dano finds out he's America's sweetheart.
Oh, it's time for class.
Class is in session!
Roll call! Bueller.
I'm gonna be late for class.
Bueller.
Am I hallucinating here? Just what in the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm late for class.
You are mine now. You belong to me.
Did you study for the test?
No more complaining. No more Mr. Kimble to go to the bathroom. Nothing. There is no bathroom.
Hello, classmates, and welcome to another episode of Middle Class Film Class. I'm your host for today, Joseph.
I'm Peter.
And no Tyler over there. He is resting well.
Yes.
From what I've heard. We have a great show for you today. Welcome everyone on YouTube Live and otherwise, and of course the OG audio-only classmates in podcast land.
Yes. Welcome back.
Yes,
Joseph.
thank you. I know it's been very sporadic here on the show lately.
It's been something.
Yeah, it's sick season. I was sick earlier, like a month ago, and then I got sick again within the end of the month, and then that was really annoying. And then
feeling good.
Yeah, it's just. But now I'm like, I feel like 100% better now. And
Your love is she teaches young children.
Yeah, and they're disease ridden.
Yes. She's always walking with a proverbial cloud of germs over her.
Yeah, I don't know. It's she gets like
With respect.
Yeah, she gets kind of sick.
Yeah, she has a low grade illness. She's always either just getting over a cold or just starting a cold or
Yeah, it never
feels a cold coming on.
It never fully forms because her immune system memory is so strong that it just has like most viruses already in the library of her brain.
Nice.
that knows how to defend against the virus. So me, not so much, but yeah, here again, feeling well finally, and enjoying the beginning of the holiday season.
That's right. And it's just the two of us.
Yes, just the two of us indefinitely.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We're not sure.
If you didn't listen to last week's episode, Tyler broke his back, like not in half, but like he broke two vertebrae. Me and Joseph were talking about that.
He
like,
is in one piece still.
Like, does that mean does that count as a broken back? Two fractured vertebrae.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's definitely. It's not
Something's
not a broken
broken.
back yet.
Yeah.
He did the Mike Tyson thing.
Oh,
He broke my back spinal.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, spinal. Yeah, it wasn't like. It's not quite like Bane and Batman back breaking.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't lifted over his head and then
He's walking.
Yeah,
He's talking.
He's not climbing.
He's in pain.
Climbing out of a prison.
Yeah. Last time we checked on Tyler, he said that. What did he say? He said, "I think the pain is lessening, but I'm not sure if it's that or I'm just getting used to it," which is a depressing thing to think about.
Yeah, and he always kind of walked a little bit like he was in pain all the time.
Yeah. Well, just that life was in pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, he's recovering somewhat, I guess.
We had some good well wishes. Some people wrote into the show, and I screenshot the email and sent it to Tyler, and
to lift his spirits.
he still hasn't sent us like a voice message, or we haven't talked to him on the phone because he's sleeping most of the days. So I imagine if your body's trying to heal from something like that, who knows? And then I don't know if he's on pain pills or that's fucking with him. I don't know.
Yeah, he's just
He's going through it.
Yeah, he's quite literally probably like more likely closer to living like Nosferatu a little bit.
Yeah.
In his
I am an appetite for true detective, nothing more.
season 1 specifically.
Yeah. He's already watched that through 3 times.
But yeah, so we don't know exactly when he'll make an appearance again, visually or just via message or.
For now, it's just you and I.
Yeah, and then
If anybody wants to volunteer, they want to do a segment on the show or whatever, send us an email.
we got a slot.
Yeah, you can come in and do some streaming picks. You wanted to sit in on like just a news segment, low impact sort of stuff, low committal. We're happy to get some of the classmates on. It would be a lot of fun to talk with some of the regulars or some of the people who don't really write in. We had a newer listener who wrote in, and he's basically saying, if you need me to come on the show and talk about whatever, I'm happy to do so. I've never really even emailed you guys, but I'm happy to come on the show. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we reserve all rights to edit that out. Depending on how it goes.
How good or bad it goes.
Yeah. No. We leave it all in. It's all it's all for fun.
Yeah.
I have some interesting news, kind of health related news.
Also
too, that
medical
happened.
related.
Yeah, my dad had a major heart attack this week, and like major.
Yeah.
And the way it went was he lives on property with my sister, and first off, he's fine. He's back home already, but he lives on the property with my sister. He spent the last like 2.5 years building his final home, his like retirement home, on the backside of the property. And there's like 9 people that live on that property. There's never not someone home or 2. And he was home by himself, and he started having chest pains. And he thought, I think I'm having a heart attack. I should probably get. Are we actually?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just make sure. So he's starting to have chest pains, and he tells my sister, I think we should get an ambulance. I think I should go to the doctor. He does so. He gets an ambulance coming, and my sister just says, I'm just going to take you to urgent care. You okay? And he's like, yeah, might be indigestion, might be whatever. And they go to urgent care. They give him an EKG, and they say, you're not having a heart attack. I mean, no signs of that, but we don't have the best equipment here. It's just urgent care. If this was my dad, I would take him to the ER. So Jessica drove him from Lincoln to Roseville. Ooh. And on that drive, he went downhill very fast. Started going in pain, cold sweats, feeling like he was going to vomit. He's like, maybe we can call the ambulance, have him meet us at this intersection. Let's do that. And trying to negotiate, like trying to get there faster.
Yeah.
So she jammed to the hospital, pulled him in the roundabout, got him into a wheelchair because he couldn't walk at that point. And while they were checking him into the hospital, he had a full blown like widowmaker heart attack in the lobby.
Crazy.
Yeah. So they cut his shirt off, defibrillator, CPR, the whole shebang right on the floor of the hospital. And it's like, if you're going to have that sort of a heart attack, it's the best place you could do it is in the emergency room, in the lobby where they're ready to go. And so he had his heart stopped, but he didn't have any like brain loss or oxygen loss to the brain. So no long-term effects from that. And they put him immediately to general anesthesia, knocked him out. He was in so much pain. And they knew they were going to put him right into surgery. So they did an MRI. I found out he had 100% blockage in one artery and 80% in another. So they put 3 stents into his heart. And when we met with the surgeon, it was 2 hours from the time he had the heart attack to the time he was done with surgery and being wheeled off to recovery. 2 hours. And we talked to the surgeon. He's like, yeah, it was a perfect timing. I mean, it sucks that it happened, but it's like perfect timing, and everything went smooth. The operation went great. And they went in through his artery in his wrist all the way up into his heart and put the stents in that way.
That's crazy.
Crazy. And then they showed us some x-rays, and it was like one of his arteries was completely disappeared on the x-ray because it was so clogged.
Oh, wow.
And I asked him, like, how does this happen? Is it cholesterol buildup, and the cholesterol creates a blockage, which is what I always thought.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're thinking, it's cholesterol just flying through the bloodstream, and it just clumps together and makes a blockage. So what it does is cholesterol lines the walls of the artery and all your veins and stuff. And the doctor said if he's got cholesterol in his arteries, he's got it in his brain, in his arms, in his legs, in his gut. It's through the whole body. That's how it works. But your body creates a wall, like a barrier of its own cells on the outside of that to basically block the cholesterol. So it's like cholesterol lining and then human body cell lining. And if something happens, like a high stress event, and the arteries restrict or the veins restrict or become inflamed or something, then it breaks off the cells, and then the cholesterol is free to flow into the bloodstream. When that happens, it's like picking a scab off, and it's a tender on the inner walls of the artery, and your body goes, whoop, we need to make a scab. So it creates a blood clot there, which basically plugs up this tender point, and then it creates a blood clot and kills you. So that's how it works. And I go, so why is it a heart attack? And he said, well, because it happened in the artery. If it happens in the brain, it's a stroke. It's the same thing, but it's a stroke.
Oh, so just based on the location, because it can happen in your calf too.
It happens in your leg. He said it happens in your legs. You get extreme leg pain, and your legs basically stop functioning, and there could be permanent damage, like blood loss to tissue for too long, permanent damage. And he goes, it's always a chance it could lead to the brain, because if it stops oxygen going to one part of the body, that's where the body gets damaged.
Right.
The body needs oxygen continually in those all over.
So because it just happened in the heart, it is thus a heart attack.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So they said, blood thinners, heavy regimen of that, aspirin every day, and then a daily vitamin or daily regimen of blood thinners for the rest of his life, and a diet change. He said, change to a Mediterranean diet and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's it.
Diet, yeah.
That's it. And he's literally, from the time that he had the heart attack to the time he was out was like 48 hours. And they sent him home because he's
recovered well.
For 68 years old, he's in pretty damn good shape. The house I said he was building, he's building himself, like with his own hands.
Yeah.
So he's in good shape. But ate in a high salt, high fatty diet for most of his life, and it caught up with him. So,
yeah.
So maybe I need to eat better. I don't know. I am my father's son, after all.
Just, if it was purely diet related, then
Possibly.
Then like you can help that. So
yes, it is avoidable.
It's not like type 1 diabetes where
you're just
passed down. The bad luck of the draw.
Yeah, it's just bad habits passed down. But yeah, so Dad's good.
Yeah,
Tyler's good.
Yeah,
for having a heart attack and having broken their back, it's the best situation. Like Tyler didn't become paralyzed. He's okay. He's staying with his parents, I think.
Yeah,
we don't know.
They're both alive and
here.
That's
as well as you can be.
Better off in those situations than they could have been. Which is crazy that it just kind of all happened within a week, 2 weeks.
All within 2 weeks. Yeah,
it is wild. But yeah. So on that note, let's get into some Gab and Chatter.
Yeah. Real news.
Find some charity, ye lad. Now's the time for Gab and Chatter.
Gab and Chatter movie news, things to talk about movie related, and there's some stuff.
Yeah,
there's some drama that unfolded this week. Pete, what do you have?
So first off, I'm going to talk about the new downfall of the media landscape
and the movie industry.
Movie media landscape, yeah. So Netflix is officially acquiring Warner Brothers for around $82 billion. Billion with a B.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
$1 million bajillion.
And David Zaslav, that cunt, he's excited about the merger. He calls it a win for storytelling.
Of course he is.
Bringing brands like HBO, DC, and Discovery under Netflix's banner to compete in the streaming wars. Despite industry concerns about the monopoly and the job impacts, Zaslav, who stands to become a billionaire from this.
I thought he was already a billionaire.
He's probably on the edge.
Yeah.
He's getting into the Phil 3 comma club.
Yeah.
He framed it as a uniting of the two greatest storytelling companies.
Fucker.
Yeah, what a bitch. So Netflix gained WBD is the name of the actual company.
Warner Brothers Discovery.
Yeah, I think it's Warner Brothers Discovery. Yeah. It gained their film and TV library, which includes HBO, Warner Brothers Studios, DC Comics, Discovery reality shows, along with the rival streamer service HBO Max. So I imagine there's going to be some sort of bullshit merger name like
Netmax.
Netflix. Yeah, Netflix Max or some shit like that. He says it's almost, not him, but almost across of the industry, everybody says that this is a bad thing. And I have to agree. I think this is terrible. Angry Otter's in the chat.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's like all of media is going to be owned by 2 or 3 dudes.
Yeah, there was an Onion Onion article headline that said, the headline just said, only 5 companies left. And it's like 2 white guys shaking hands. And it's like, it's sad how, and when you look at like consumer grade food, it's like Frito-Lay's, PepsiCo.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know the names of them, but the big ones, the higher up you go, it's like it ends up being like 3 companies.
Yeah.
It's
it's like those are owned by a bigger company and then a bigger company. It's like an upside down pyramid scheme.
Yeah. It's and it's like it's this illusion of choice that you have. But let me see if I can find the quote. What was the guy's name? It's Sarandos.
Ted Sarandos.
Yeah. So he says, he basically says that the movie theater experience is an outdated concept, and that streaming at home is what the audience really wants. Which I say fair.
Oh my God!
It's not. What? It's so fucking depressing. And essentially, they're saying that they're going to take Warner Brothers' theatrical window, like how long they're in the theater, and shrink it down to a much smaller.
Oh, the theatrical release is only going to be like 2 weeks,
something like that. Yeah, they haven't said numbers or anything like that, but they're basically saying, yeah, we're going to shrink that down because that's a detriment to the audience. But like, that's the best way to experience it. And when people were driving hours sometimes to go see Del Toro's Frankenstein in theaters because it was a Netflix movie that did have a theatrical run. People right now are
for Oscar qualification.
Yeah, to qualify for Oscars. And it's like, and Netflix is such a big player that I wouldn't be surprised if they have enough pull to lobby the Oscars to say, well, now we don't have to have a theater run in order to qualify for the Oscars.
Yeah, well, now the Oscars have a choice to make to either allow to keep allowing Netflix movies to be qualified for nominating or not. Yeah. My guess is that they would lean towards still nominating them, but I know the Writers Guild of America have made a statement against this merger, and the Directors Guild as well, and also SAG.
Well, President Nolan, he can save us.
Yeah,
he's already announced he wants to have a meeting with the owners of Netflix and Warner Brothers until they're.
This is just because Nolan left Warner Brothers to go to Universal. And Warner Brothers...
Hey, there might be some truth to that.
Warner Brothers is petty bitches.
Yeah.
And now they're like, well, fuck you. We're just going to go straight to streaming now.
There could be some truth to that. I know they were salty about that whole thing, and he
kept their paycheck.
He kind of left them holding the bag, which is funny. Angry Otter says, in the future, everything is Taco Bell, as predicted in Demolition Man.
Or if you're in another country, it's Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Which version did you see growing up?
Taco Bell.
Me too. It's Taco Bell.
It's so crazy that we've seen this sort of like, I don't know if this is a full circle moment, but the arc of Netflix from its beginning to being the answer for a lot of like, for people in movie watching and being like an ultimate pioneer in like being exposed to like movies and having access to different movies and having that rental service and the disc delivery.
It really was a game changing.
To now, it's become you've lived long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I saw a meme that was Cillian Murphy as Oppenheimer staring in the screen, and it says the guy who invented Netflix right now.
I assume he's not involved anymore.
No, I'm sure he's been bought out long ago.
Yeah.
There's a quote from Ted Sarandos. We've released about 30 films into theater this year, so it's not like we have an opposition to movie theaters. My pushback has been mostly in the fact of the long exclusive windows, which we don't really think that that's consumer friendly, he says. AMC and other chains are looking into reestablishing a 30 or 45 day window to re-energize movie going that has dwindled through COVID. The biggest chains often won't run Netflix films with truncated windows like they request. So, yeah, I don't know. Doesn't it feel a little kind of like the Hays Code in this way, where it's like, not that there's censorship, but it's like
a similar type of.
Well, the theaters are they want butts and seats,
right? So
they're like, okay, well, we're gonna leverage the fact that people want movie theater experiences, and they're gonna say you have to have a 30 to 45 day window minimum. Netflix is like, I only want a 1 week window, so they're like, fuck it, we're not gonna run your movies then.
Yeah,
because the large theater houses.
Yeah.
So, but then if Netflix has the power, they're almost like putting pressure on them to say, okay, well, now we have all of Warner Brothers stuff, so if you don't run our Netflix stuff for a week, we won't let you run one battle after another.
Yeah.
We won't let you run Sinners. You know, it's like the biggest movies of the year are being withheld from them potentially because they have this immense power over this huge chunk of the market.
Yeah, and then they're going to be losing out on that money.
Correct,
But they only have a limited amount of. They would have to exclusively show those movies in all of their theaters to, I feel like, to make as much money from them in that 1 or 2 weeks that they have access to them.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like they have to run them on a ton of
Screens.
But that's assuming from like a statistician's perspective that in this theoretical world, if you have say 500,000 potential customers that are going to want to watch that movie, they're all willing to do it on the first weekend, or the second weekend. It's like I don't like watching movies on the first weekend.
No,
I don't like the crowds.
Not most of the time. No,
like breathing in the air of all these other people.
Yeah, there was a time in my life where there was that, but it's a lot rarer these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
I hate most people.
That is so antithetical to the whole movie watching experience. And I think I was either one of those fuckers, Zazav or Sarandos, both have villain names.
I know, they really do.
Where they were responding to, don't you think this is going to hurt theaters or hurt movies, the movie industry? They're like, no, this is actually going to help it, said the billionaire.
I know. It's like everybody who's subscribes to the Trump cult.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we're not releasing the numbers because they're too good. It's like they just lie loud enough and long enough, and people are like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, we have bigger problems in the world than movie watching in the real world, but
I think the problem is, one of the biggest problems of this is the fact that most people aren't into movies as much as movie fans who are against this. Mm-hmm. So
correct, yeah. The loud opposition that I hear is because I surround myself online with film fans.
So it's like that that represents a minority of the population. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, the laymen are gonna be like, yeah, I don't want to.
Oh my god, what?
I get to stay at home and watch movies in the comfort of my own home. That's like those people. That's like my parents, or like the people who like my mom hasn't stepped foot in a theater in years.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but it's like so when we had Seth Vargas on the show a couple weeks ago, I guess it was just last week. Yeah, it was just last week. Mm-hmm. He doesn't lament the loss of multiplex theaters whatsoever, because he basically says one of his Twitter posts, which I love, was human beings are going to gather in dark places to tell stories for the rest of time. It doesn't have to be a corporation, an AMC or a Regal or whatever that gives you the biggest and best experience. If you lock yourself in a dark room with a slightly larger than average screen, with the agreement that the other people around you are going to shut the fuck up and put their phones away to watch a movie, it's like shared dreaming. It doesn't have to be this huge experience, although it is nice to have Dolby Atmos when you're watching Dune.
Yeah, it is.
It's one of the greatest experiences to see Dune Part 1 and 2 in IMAX with Dolby Atmos.
Yeah, it was. And
rumbling my asshole as I watched the Sardaukar.
It's like we're like history is repeating itself in the worst way, where like Netflix is going to start like, we created this whole facility where you can watch a Netflix release.
Oh my God.
It's like, because like all these streaming services that are buying up other streaming services are like, now we've got cable.
Yeah, exactly. That's the joke, is that we've come full circle, and they're gonna market a bundle package of streaming services to the Gen Z or Gen X or Gen Z as cable.
The best, I mean, no one's gonna do, most people won't do this, is like the best way to combat this would just to be like, everybody just leave. Everybody just not subscribe. Everybody just go somewhere else. And this is also like the biggest thing for like someone in the film industry and people in the film industry who aren't in the industry, like broke into the industry quite yet, is like, it's going to be really hard for them now too, because now it's like all monopolized into one place, and like no one's going to want to do that or keep following that path, or it's just going to be extremely difficult to do that. I think on the other hand, though, this is like probably one of the best moments to get into indie filmmaking more, and propping up more independent filmmaking and sort of like community-based promotion, as opposed to like I guess like nationwide or I get professional. What's opposite of indie?
Corporate.
Dependent.
Yeah, corporate.
Dependent filmmaking. corporate filmmaking, I guess. Yeah, I feel like going to your local screenings, supporting your local filmmakers is probably the best thing that you could do in this corporate run world. And that even transcends into like the fucking politics of the world now. Is like it's affecting everybody on a global scale, and the best thing you could do to combat that on a local level is getting involved more within your community in many different aspects, and not just in the art community, or filmmaking community. But if you are in film, doing that as well, I think is probably the best course of action to rebel against this bullshit.
I saw a quote from Kristen Stewart where she basically says, I can make a movie, and she's planning on making a movie with about 15 or 20 people that they're going to shoot at night in LA over the course of about 15 to 30 nights, depending on what the script ends up coming into. And they're going to pull no permits and just do it on the run. Good luck trying to stop me, basically. And we're just going to self-distribute. And it's like, that's pretty badass. And she's got the money to be able to do a better version of that. But you can do the same thing with a fucking iPhone now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Story above all. But if you have the money to make it, the visuals and the audio and all that stuff and the polishing even better, then you can reach a bigger audience.
If you have the resources, and a lot of people do, or the access to people who have access to other people, who have access to whatever equipment, gear, actors, whatever, and you want to do that, then that's like it's within your realm of possibilities to be able to do that.
I hope it's not as bad as it seems to be, you know.
Yeah, I
hope so.
And who knows when this is going to take actually effect.
The merger could be slapped down. It could be shareholders and boards and all that stuff saying they don't want it, but I doubt it with the kind of money they're throwing around.
$82 billion.
Yeah, here's a couple quotes. The negative impact of this acquisition will impact theaters from the biggest circuits to one-screen independents in small towns in the United States and around the world. This is from Cinema United President and CEO Michael O'Leary. Cinema United stands ready to support industry changes and lead to increased movie production and give consumers more opportunities to enjoy a day at the local theater. But Netflix's stated business model does not support theatrical exhibition. In fact, it's the opposite. Regulators must look closely at the specifics of this proposed transaction and understand the negative impact it will have on the consumer, exhibition, and entertainment industry as a whole. Yeah, it's concerning, but it's good to see the people pushing back, and it's almost across the board. Creatives, people behind the camera, in front of the camera, are very concerned about this, and hopefully there's enough push to make them realize that this is a really bad idea.
Yeah, for everybody else.
Yeah,
it's like good luck everybody else type of moment.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's all I got.
But fuck them.
Fuck Netflix.
In other super great news, Tarantino is running his mouth again, and he continues to confirm that he's kind of a piece of shit, and in calling not just Paul Dano, but also calling out Owen Wilson and Matthew Lillard as people that he just doesn't like or hates, like in terms of acting. I don't know if he knows them personally, or maybe
I'm sure he's cross-class.
He tried to get all three of them in one of his movies, and they all said no. And now he's just salty about it. But he went on a podcast, the Bret Easton Ellis podcast.
Wait, what? That's where he said this?
Yeah.
The writer of American Psycho?
Yes.
Okay.
That wonderful person.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Known misogynist.
Yeah. And he's not impressed specifically with Paul Dano. You fool! That's Paul Dano!
There's a quote for everything on this show.
Specifically in There Will Be Blood, because he named There Will Be Blood in his top 10 movies of the 21st century. And he ranked it at number 5, noting that it would stand a better chance to be in number 1 or number 2 if it didn't have a big giant flaw in it. And the flaw is Paul Dano.
Damn.
Obviously, this is his quote, obviously it's supposed to be a two-hander, and it's also so drastically obvious that it's not a two-hander. He is weak sauce, man. He's a weak sister.
Wow, what the hell does that even mean?
Yeah, I don't know. And he also continues on Daniel Day-Lewis's performance. Daniel Day-Lewis shows that he doesn't need a strong foil in the movie. He doesn't need anything. The movie would have had more. There would have been more stringiness to the beef. And again, it's supposed to be a two-hander, and it's not. It doesn't sound like he likes the movie.
Yeah, I know.
So you put him with the weakest male actor in SAG, the limpest dick in the world? That's what he said.
Wow. Okay.
He goes on, I'm not saying he's giving a terrible performance. I'm saying he's...
Is that exactly what he's saying?
I know.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying he's giving a non-entity performance. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't care for him. I don't care for Owen Wilson. I don't care for Matthew Lillard.
Okay. What? Just out of nowhere?
Yeah, just like, and on that note...
By the way, fuck Matthew Lillard and fuck Owen Wilson. Who else got thrown in the mix? Did anybody else get thrown in the bus there?
I think it was just those three. Yeah, I think it was just those three. And like Owen Wilson and Matthew Lillard catching strays when I don't think they're in any of the other movies that he named as his top 10. And before these comments, he went on, I don't know if it was in a podcast, it was some interview talking about how the writer of Hunger Games should have sued the writer of Battle Royale should have sued the writer of Hunger Games.
Okay.
Because it was the same. He's saying it was the same premise.
Yeah.
Putting kids.
Yeah.
In a situation where they have to kill each other to win or live.
A lot of people feel that way.
But for him to say that, like, you ripped this story off.
For Tarantino?
Yeah. Fuck it, fucker.
Kettle, this is the pot.
Yeah. Like, if he wasn't like so prolific at making movies, if he didn't have like the quality of movies that he does have in terms of like the writing, his well-written characters and his pretty well-written dialogue, and like basically being able to capture the essence of cool in most of his movies,
Yeah.
no one would give a shit about what he's
No.
saying. But because he does have this track record, and obviously nowadays he's very polarizing in the film community world, especially for people getting like, I feel like Gen Z coming up and discovering Tarantino, it's like one or two ways. Like, you fucking hate him or you like love him. And it's pretty much a high tier film bro thing to say Pulp Fiction is like your favorite movie or your favorite Tarantino movie, or Tarantino is your favorite director or something, or in your top 3 or whatever. And I'm not saying they're wrong or anything like that, but I don't not agree with that take. It is very film bro-y for sure. But Tarantino is like, everybody's known he's stolen shit. Everybody knows that he just lifts things from other movies.
Full characters. I talked about one of those Shaw Brothers movies I got from that box set from Arrow. And there's an entire Kung Fu master, which basically everyone is aspiring to beat, his name is Bai Mei. Like Pai Mei from Kill Bill. Looks exactly like him. Long white hair, long white mustache and beard, walks the same, long robe. Yeah. And you're like, he pulled the whole fucking character.
Yeah. So for him to say these two stupid things, one that was very hypocritical about stealing from another source material, and the other one about Paul Dano and Owen Wilson and Matthew Lillard, like, you couldn't be more wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously you can, like, it's subjective, but to say that like he's weak, like the weakest actor in SAG, it's also like just weirdly hateful.
Has he ever met Jeremy Piven?
It just seems so. It's like, why do you have so much salt towards this guy?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
So the Twitter discourse has been great. Chris Supreme on Twitter says, "You just created a million Paul Danos." Death of meaning. Toni Collette just posted this about Paul Dano, and on her Instagram, it's
because she worked with him.
Yeah, on A Little Miss Sunshine. It's the scene where he's having the breakdown, and she put a crown on his head. And picture of them two together. Yeah. The Cinema Prism. Sorry, but Paul Dano is one of the absolute best beast of an actor. Everyone's going for him. Let's see here. Cinema Tweets took sides. Cinema is Paul Dano. Posted a couple pictures of him. John Cusack, Paul Dano rocks, great actor. Quentin Tarantino news even. Sorry, Quentin, but Paul Dano is one of the most underrated actors of this generation.
And director.
Yeah, he did make Wildlife.
Yeah, which was solid.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Maya Rudolph joining the war against Paul Dano. Who's married to Paul Thomas Anderson. Matt Reeves. Paul Dano is an incredible actor and an incredible person.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller. Paul Dano is effing brilliant. And film updates also took sides. Paul Dano and There Will Be Blood posted the scene where he's casting the demons out of the woman's hands.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Yeah,
It's
it's a wild take.
Yeah. Simu Liu also.
Simu Liu? Oh, cool.
Commenting, I think, on.
He's divisive, but I like him.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think Paul Dano is an incredible actor. So says he. Alec Baldwin made a post. If you don't love Paul Dano, like he made a video post.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
If you don't love Paul Dano, he went like. So yeah, he's probably loving all this shit anyway.
Who, Tarantino?
Yeah, he's probably loving all this hate he's getting. He just seems like that kind of guy.
Yeah.
The contrarian a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't mind being the asshole.
Yeah. I mean, he's made a career kind of off of it a little bit, off of like really stupid shit that he said throughout the years.
I did hear someone who knows Paul Dano's schedule say he probably doesn't know about any of this because pretty much all he does is watch plays, read books, and read scripts. He's like lives in the country and just doesn't do shit. Yeah. He just happens to be immerse himself in it. He's like a theater guy, you know?
Yeah. He doesn't seem like someone who would have social media.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyways.
And Tarantino either, although I can't see, I feel like I see him all the time on it.
I think he's just interested in talking film.
Yeah.
I don't not necessarily like being online
and bullshit.
Yeah. So if someone invites him to do a radio show, he's like, yeah, whatever. Some podcast. Okay, I'm there. You talk film. Okay, cool. Tickle my balls.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen that old clip. Like, I don't know what it's from. Old video of him talking to Fiona Apple. Mm-hmm. And like, he's just like running his mouth on like whatever movies. And he's just like talking at her. And she's like listening. Just like, you can tell that she's just being.
She's completely 1,000 miles away.
Yeah. Like,
I'm fucking done with this guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that just feels like he's kind of been that way for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tarantino, I don't know. A good thing he's not making any movies anymore, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
We still got the David Fincher Cliff Booth movie.
We'll see how that goes.
But yeah, let's get into some stream picks.
Movies.
Wanna watch a movie?
Yes, I do.
Disney Plus, HBO Max.
If I don't get the pick, show's over.
I have grown accustomed to Hulu Plus.
Amazon Prime.
I like Netflix.
You found the pick.
Jizz.
Streaming picks. Movies that we watched on our streaming services that we will recommend or not recommend to you as well. Pete.
So I've been really, really busy at work, and when I'm not at work, I have been playing a lot of video games lately. Been playing Dead by Daylight.
Nice.
Just been obsessed with it. Me and Brianna play it together. It's great. Reminds me of the old Fortnite days when we'd all squad up together and just hang out and most nights and play and chat. It's like
that was before everyone was good at it.
I know, exactly. Yeah, and there's still a little bit of that like cross-platform KBM sort of skill-based. Mm-hmm. Gapping with Dead by Daylight, but it is very fun, and they have good skill-based matchmaking. So if you're a moderate player, you'll get usually paired up with moderate other players, and vice versa. So if anybody plays, hit me up. We can squad up together. Be a lot of fun. So I didn't watch much. I did watch Troll 2. Did you watch Troll 2?
I did watch Troll 2.
Okay, so we'll talk about it in a second. But I wanted to just take a second to go through some movies because I was scrolling through Netflix looking for something to watch, and it's Troll 2. I was trying to find Troll 1. And I was like, okay, because like, once you get into their menus, it's like, see the first one. It says a little thing on there when you want like a Troll 2 or something like that. And I was trying to click on it and it wouldn't go. So I took some weird screen. I'm scrolling through. I'm like, oh, it's got this on here. Oh, it has this on here. I didn't know that. So since I didn't watch anything this week really besides Troll 2, which we're going to talk about together, I want to talk about some of the movies. Just list off some that are very good and are worth your time. Most of these are things that I don't need to tell you are good, but if you haven't seen them yet somehow, it's a blind spot, It's on Netflix. Most people have Netflix. It's pretty accessible. So Stand By Me, Stephen King movie. Stephen King story, directed by Rob Reiner. One of the greatest directorial runs of all time was Spinal Tap, When Harry Met Sally, A Few Good Men, Princess Bride, and Stand By Me.
Wow.
All in a row. With the
all very different types of movies.
I know. It's crazy. But Stand By Me was one that I watched as a Stephen King run for binge movies. I'd never seen it before, and it nails it. It's totally worth it. It's a great movie. Deanna's dad loves the movie.
Yeah.
It's got it
like 3 VHS copies.
He's got 3 VHS copies of it. Green Mile, one of my favorite
Another Stephen King
3-hour movies, also Stephen King. Frank Darabont directed. He likes prison movies.
I guess so.
Based off of Stephen King books. Boyhood, Rick Linklater's Boyhood.
Nice.
Yeah, it's absolutely worth it. We covered on the show.
Mm-hmm.
The full Knives Out trilogy, Knives Out, The Glass Onion, and soon to be Wake Up Dead Man.
Yeah.
Wake Up Dead Man is not out yet. It's in theaters. So you'll see it on Netflix shortly. The Killer, David Fincher's newest one. Great. I still don't think it's like top tier Fincher for like story, like the plot, but the execution is just precise. It's so good and sterile in the best way. Collateral, Michael Mann's Collateral, starring one of the very few villain roles of Tom Cruise's career.
Yeah.
So cool. Jamie Foxx, Tom Cruise, and I can't remember who else is in it, but it's a banger.
It's mainly them two.
I think it's pretty much the two of them, yeah. Baz Luhrmann's Elvis, divisive. I fucking loved it though. Not always a Luhrmann fan, but this was great. A series, Love, Death, and Robots, mostly animated, sometimes live action, sometimes hybrid. And it's kind of like a Black Mirror sort of series where it's an anthology and none of them really fit together and some of them have a very different tone. Mm-hmm. But it's all based off of some sort of technology of some sort. It's a really interesting series and there's like 4 seasons of it. They're all great. Blue Eye Samurai, another adult animated series, which is great. Only on season 1. I'm hoping they just picked up for season 2 because it left on a cliffhanger.
I thought it did.
I think so, but I don't remember 100%. There's actually set it up for like 4 seasons, but depending on if they got renewed for 2 seasons, they might squeeze it into 1.
Mm-hmm.
Arcane, another animated series based off of a video game. League of Legends. Never played League. I don't ever plan on playing League. It's a poison of a game by all accounts, but it is the series is good. You don't need to know anything about the game to watch it. The series is, and it's 2 seasons, self-contained, and it's done. Very, very worth your time, and it's a good show to watch to catch some of the pop culture references because you're like, who is this character I've seen so many times? There's one of the most famous cosplay characters is Jinx. Comes from that. Mm. And then there's I saw Godzilla -1 on here. I thought, oh, that's cool. Mm-hmm. I wonder if they have Godzilla -1 minus color, and they do. Mm-hmm. So you can watch the black and white version. Mm. So I put it on for like 10 minutes yesterday, and I changed it. Here's this is my recommendation to everybody. Godzilla -1 minus color.
Okay.
Audio English dubs, subtitles traditional Chinese.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
Just to get the full feel of watching it on TBS or Sci-Fi Channel or whatever back in the day when they're trying to appeal to all the most amount of audiences you can or whatever. And it's like watching the English dubs over the Japanese mouth movements with simplified Chinese or traditional Chinese on the bottom. Mm-hmm.
Isn't it Japanese?
I mean, it is the Japanese movie, but the ones that I saw, I'm pretty sure were written in Chinese. It could have been written in Japanese. As a youngster, I couldn't tell the difference. But
okay.
But either way, I mean, even if you put Japanese subtitles on it, it's still like, it feels right. Mm. And in my head, I'm not a huge fan of like...
This is right. Yeah, this is correct.
We're here. We're home. I'm not always a fan of like the... Let's put it in black and white and re-release it or whatever. And I thought that Godzilla -1 wouldn't work that way, as well that way. But as soon as I turn it on, I'm like, okay, this feels right. Mm-hmm. So I recommend, if you haven't seen it, or if you have seen it, maybe throw it on. Maybe if you're just doing some chores and you're walking around the house, throw it on, because that's how I feel like the old Godzilla movies were meant to be. You're flipping through the channels, you come midway through the movie, and it's like, oh, this is the one with Rodan, cool, and it's just on, and dubs don't match the lips and any of that stuff, and you're watching it, and it's like maybe the acting's good, maybe it's bad. I don't know. I can't tell with the dubs, you know. So, and then there's a ton of Godzilla animated movies that were there that I'd never even heard of before. So they have like Godzilla King of the Monsters and that kind of monster verse, but there's like an entire series of animated Godzilla movies which I didn't see, so can't recommend if they're good or not, but there's this entire Godzilla section on Netflix now, which is kind of cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I categorized it.
Yeah, I clicked on Godzilla -1, and then it was like, do you want to see all Godzilla movies? I'm like, yes. There's a Pope shit in the woods.
Do they have a lot of them?
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a ton. I just kept scrolling, and I stopped at some point because I wasn't planning on watching them. Angry Otter says the civilization in the freezer was really cool. That was Love, Death, and Robots. That one had Topher Grace in it, I think. So those are some recommendations. If you haven't seen any of those are strong recommendations. But I did watch Troll 2, and so did Joseph. So
yes, newly released, not to be confused with the original Troll 2,
the 1990 version.
Yeah, not that one.
1990. They do say Nilbog though.
Yeah,
in the movie. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
my little Nilbog.
Yeah,
which is goblin backwards. Apparently. Yeah. Okay, so let me pull up the specs on this. 50% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
5.4 on IMDb.
What's the first one have?
Let's see. Troll 1.
This is a Norwegian movie, too.
Yeah, let's see here.
Norwegian language. So.
5.8 on IMDb. Troll.
That's better than that.
Yeah.
I thought it was. Well,
I
the
thought
first
so
one.
Too. Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes. And the Troll from 2022 Rotten Tomatoes is 90% of the audience score. And 90% on the critic score, 50% on the popcorn meter, which is the audience score.
Really?
That's surprising.
That's kind of wild.
That's really surprising. Let me see.
Critics like this movie?
Yeah. Troll 2. Let's see if the split is on Rotten Tomatoes. 50% critic score for number 2, 36% audience score for 30.
So the scale went down for both.
Both, yeah. And I do think it's less good than the first one.
Correct. I also think that as well.
Yeah, but what did you think, Oliver? Did you have fun with it?
Funny enough, it kind of reminded me of Godzilla a little bit.
Me too.
Like especially when you see that they are holding one of the trolls like in prison or
it's like a Pacific
hostage.
Rim.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a suspended animation just standing there, and they're
it's kind of like King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
With Millie Bobby Brown, where she has like a mental connection to it somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have this underground facility in the mountain, and they have this troll who's like in slumber. I don't know if it's just sleeping or if it's like they knocked it out.
They say it's just hibernating.
But it's like chained up, and they're just like searching
they're
it.
They're like studying it. They've x-rayed it.
Yeah, they're like taking bits of it off and like learning about. There's all these labs and stuff. But it does carry on from the end of the first one with the same woman, right?
Yeah.
And the end of that one was like her dad, who was like, he was like isolated in the mountains, like because everybody thought he was crazy, and
he was like Bryan Cranston in the 2014 Godzilla.
Yeah,
he was the guy that he'd seen it and no one believed him.
Yeah.
He was a crazy one.
Yeah. And this one, it was I don't know. It felt sillier to me.
Yeah, it was definitely sillier.
The first one, like it was like the concept, like overall, is like obviously like outlandish, but they're leaning into their Norwegian mythology of trolls and like the mythology of trolls. This one just kind of felt like it's not. I can't even say it was a cash grab because I don't even know how did they make any money off this.
Well, I mean, it's a cash grab for the director, maybe.
Yeah,
the writers,
like all the crew and like everything. But it just wasn't. I just really wasn't into it that much. Honestly,
it felt like a really kind of threadbare story.
Yeah,
where the first one felt like kind of interesting, and they have the bones of the trolls under the ground and under Oslo, and this felt like a cross between Godzilla versus Kong and National Treasure.
Oh yeah,
because they're like
they're looking for the Olaf.
Yeah, we're looking for King Olaf, the tomb of King Olaf, and they use like a map that was written by him. There's a marking on the catacombs that they found in the trolls cave. And they're like, well, this is where we're going to dig now. It's like, they didn't think to dig where the fucking rune was under here this whole time.
Yeah.
And I think that they also think that it's more clever than it really is. Like the nerdy character with the nerd wife.
Oh, yeah.
They got kind of some one-liners that they were saying from time to time. Like, they named the troll that's in suspended animation some name. It's like a Nordic name of a god or something like that. And he goes, I call him Megatroll. And like everybody stops like for applause break or something. And
I know, was that supposed to be a joke?
I don't know if there's a joke or not, you know?
Yeah. And yeah, I kind of knew when they showed that, like, there's like they have one page of King Olaf who like fought the trolls, right? And you're like, it says, banish all trolls or whatever from this land. Yeah. And it's like, but we're missing part of the page. And I'm like,
we're very confident that we know what the message means.
And I'm like,
no, that means it doesn't.
I see where this is going.
Yeah. Exactly.
They're like, no, actually, they're cool.
Yeah. In no uncertain terms, we shall not banish the trolls. But the not part was cut off.
Yeah. Tiny Tim, who did not die. Yeah, it was very okay. Yeah, like
it was turn your brain off stuff. I really didn't feel compelled to watch.
Yeah,
I did like where the same couple got their house destroyed.
Oh yeah,
the same way. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I when I saw that, I was like, I vaguely remember a house being destroyed, but we didn't get. Did we see it get destroyed in the first one, or was it already destroyed?
They were underground, like it was like a tornado was coming or something.
Oh,
they felt the earthquake, and they thought it was an earthquake, so they went under their cellar. And when they came up, they didn't see the troll. They came up, the half of the house was gone, and the giant footstep was in front of the house.
Right. So we didn't see it happen, but we saw it happen this time after they had just
finished rebuilding
it.
And I didn't realize it was the same people until Brianna's like, "Is that the same people?" I'm like, maybe that would be funny. And then it shows the news story.
Yeah,
it's the side by side of the two houses. It's destroyed the same way.
Are the trolls the same? Is the one troll the same?
No, because they killed the troll at the end of the last one.
Right,
they turned it into a mountain, a hill, or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was the Mountain King, because they reference a Mountain King.
I think this one is the Mountain King.
Okay,
I don't know.
And then the other troll, the friend troll.
Yeah, the nice troll.
Yeah, is that a child of that other troll?
I have no idea.
I
have no idea. They really kind of rush through how she knows that that's a nice troll and that's on the good guy side.
Yeah, like
she unlocks it to go fight the other one.
Yeah, she's like friends with this.
Which
troll.
Again is just like Godzilla versus Kong. It's like, how do they know Kong's the good guy? Well, I guess it's from the first one, Kong Skull Island. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Oh, they got the deaf chick who can talk to it with her brain.
Oh yeah.
You know, so they know it's nice. And the monkey, it's kind of like a human, so I guess it's more like us, you know.
Less like a lizard.
Yeah. So, but they're both trolls.
Yeah, they're both trolls.
One just has a shorter beard.
Yeah, one's younger possibly, when one's slightly bigger and more powerful. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
I also felt there was a million other ways they could have detonated that bomb.
Yeah,
Can't we just land the helicopter and get a different detonator real quick?
Yeah, like what?
Like what's the ticking time limit on this?
I thought grenades, you pull the pin and you could throw it, and like you pull the pin, and it blows up immediately.
You can, but you can't change the delay on it. You can't make it like a 45-second delay and throw it from the helicopter. It's like a 3-second or 5-second thing.
That whole sacrifice seemed unnecessary.
It did
to me. Also, they didn't really build up the connection, emotional connection between the two of them to really like make it be like they were like trying to like foreshadow, like, remember, you're Clark Kent, not Superman.
Yeah.
And then it goes and does the whole thing and jumps into the guy's mouth, and and then she's like, Superman, and then
I think they leaned on the emotional connection that you might have built from the first one carrying over into the second one.
Yeah. I honestly don't remember that guy from the first one.
You don't? I remember him. I don't remember the nerd girl though.
I remember her.
Oh really? That's funny. Yeah, it was okay. You could probably skip it, but it leaves it open for a third one.
Oh yeah, because there's
a baby.
I was wondering when that was going to come back, because when the troll breaks out, you see him grab the thing.
Yeah.
And then he's never seen in the movie ever again.
Yeah, exactly.
Until mid credits.
Then he's Nick Fury at the end.
Yeah,
the post credit scene.
Putting together a team.
A team of trolls. Yeah.
Troll Squad.
Yeah, it's probably like a C minus.
Yeah, definitely on the lower end. Well, the first one's probably like a B.
Let's call it B. It's like a B level.
But skip both of those. Watch Troll Hunter instead.
Yes, Troll Hunter, 2009.
Yeah,
maybe?
mockumentary.
Let me see. Let me get that right.
Documentary team going to film this guy who was a
2010.
quote unquote troll hunter, and then they go out and you see him and the trolls, and it's really fun and funny and
It's great,
awesome.
And there's enough troll sightings to get you satiated, but not so much that you're like, okay, I'm looking at a full scale CGI rendering of a troll walking across the landscape.
Oh yeah.
You know, that only works so often.
And there's a variety of types of trolls.
Yeah.
You get different sizes, and then the end climax of the whole thing with the giant that was really well done, I thought. And for an indie movie, solid.
It's really good, and it's like a mockumentary or found footage, depending on which way you look at it.
Yeah,
and it's really good. That's from 2010. Let me see if it's streaming anywhere. Troll Hunter. Let's see here. Yeah, that one's got almost universal praise. Oh, whoa, it's everywhere. Roku, Canopy, Hoopla, Philo, YouTube TV for free, Plex, Distro TV.
Distro.
Yeah.
I'm going to be canceling my Netflix and going to Distro.
It's probably on Tubi if it's on all those. I've noticed that Just Watch has no longer list things on Tubi.
Really?
It's like they had a falling out or something.
Just Watch and Tubi?
Yeah, because it's not listed anywhere. Even if you click on the free tab,
really,
it won't show Tubi anywhere. And Tyler's given a number of streaming picks where I'm like, doesn't say Tubi's on here, and he's like, I guarantee I watched on Tubi. I'm like, okay. And I look it up, and I can pull it up on the screen. So I think they just assume everything's on Tubi. So
that's kind of wild.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all I got.
How
about
okay.
you?
I've only got a couple. Kind of been watching Christmas movies. Muppet Christmas Carol, goated. Grinch.
Oh yeah.
Ron Howard's Grinch, goated. Jingle All the Way, not a great movie, but nostalgia carries it for me. With Arnold Schwarzenegger. I wouldn't say it's goated, but I enjoy watching it. And yeah, so those are the Christmas movies. Ace Ventura: Nature Calls, the superior Ace Ventura movie.
Real quick, How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey is on Amazon Prime, Peacock, Fubo, and Apple TV. Muppets Christmas Carol on
Disney Plus,
Disney and Hulu.
Yeah. Actually, one thing about the Grinch, I have a DVD copy of the Grinch. I've had it since 2001. Mm-hmm. It's got the green. It's a green case.
Yeah.
And it has when at the time, for some reason, I felt the need to in Sharpie write my name on it to like, this is mine.
I'm buried with this DVD.
Exactly. And it's the 4:3 version.
Oh, okay.
I watched it on Prime.
Okay.
Which is I think it's like a 4K remaster.
Okay.
Doesn't look as good.
Really?
As the DVD copy.
Oh, I see, because you can see the cracks. Cracks are showing.
For some reason, the 4K version, it's like grittier. Like it's like a bleach bypass over some of the scenes.
Really?
Like it's more grayscale.
That's interesting.
Or darker or more contrasty.
So it's not that you can see like the makeup and stuff.
No,
weird. It's
no.
The actual scan.
Yeah, it's like it's not great.
Okay.
Weird. The DVD copy is like very like bloomy, hazy, like it has that sort of dreamy look to it, you know, which is kind of, it's a Christmas movie and it's from 2000 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it just fits it a lot more, and I love it. So that's a technical gripe I have with the Prime version of that movie.
And Jingle All the Way also on Disney, Hulu, Peacock, Ace Ventura, and Ace Ventura 2 on Netflix.
I did watch the first Ace Ventura. That plays very much like a B movie.
Yeah.
After like watching it all the way through again, like
I love that movie.
Nowadays it could be argued that it's a little transphobic, but
oh yeah, where he's literally about to kill himself because he made out with a man.
Yeah. Einhorn, Finkel is Einhorn. Yeah. Einhorn is a man.
I know. And every time he thinks about it, he just literally shudders and like retches.
It's a whole montage of him like cleaning out his mouth.
Yes.
He like
burning his clothes,
crouches down in a shower, butt naked, crying, like
scratching his tongue off.
Transphobic, homophobic, possibly.
Yeah, I'd say more homophobic than anything.
But then the whole end of the movie is when like he's like stripping Einhorn in front of all the cops, and then. This is the worst case of hemorrhoids I've ever seen. Yeah. And then all the cops proceed to vomit.
Every one of them are having the same reaction.
Yeah, it was a little rough back then. We've learned a lot since then, though.
Yeah, you know, it's a different time.
Yeah, it certainly was. When Nature Calls, though, I feel like is the superior
really
of the two.
Interesting.
It has the best intro.
It's so funny.
The cliffhanger parody of the raccoon.
I love the slinky on the long stairs. It's
a
great idea.
I was right there.
It goes all the way to the last step. That's perfect.
But yeah, the actual stream picks. I did watch one battle after another.
Oh, cool!
Finally, it's not streaming for free. Still, you have to rent it. But after all this time, I finally watched it, and I feel like I should have watched it earlier. Well, I know I should have watched it earlier. One, I should have watched it in theaters. Not because just of the theatrical experience that I would have gotten out of it, but also I wouldn't have had to hear so much hype around it.
Yeah, I feel that.
To then watching it, and it was a victim of the hype a little bit. Because there was so many things, like overall the movie was being like to be said to be like this masterpiece, this best movie of the year or best movie of the last 5 years, PTA's best movie or whatever. So I unfortunately, because of social media and all that, I had that brain, had that mindset going into it, expecting to be blown away. And for the record, it was very good. It was a really fun, weird movie. Probably Paul Thomas Anderson's most straightforward movie.
Definitely his most accessible. For sure.
And Sean Penn was insane.
Isn't he great in that?
He was crazy, and he was great in it. I did not expect to his character introduction to be that.
Yeah. You're like,
this is so strange, and then that to be some sort of fetish for him.
When Brianna and I watched it together at home, she goes, "Oh, this guy's gonna remember this night for the rest of his life." And I'm like, "You have no idea where this movie's going, because it's the whole movie." Yeah,
and there was a good amount of like subplots with that as well, in terms of like the Leo's daughter or Bob's daughter, and I enjoyed it a lot. Sean Penn's character was insane. I can't remember his character's name. It's like something Jack
Lockjaw. Colonel
Lockjaw. What a name.
Stephen J. Lockjaw.
I didn't expect the similar kind of like, I guess, parallels to Eddington a little bit, in terms of like the political aspect.
Oh, yeah.
And then the whole government underground like Nazi cult thing.
Yeah.
Which
the
was
Christmas Adventurers Club.
Yeah. I was like, that's so specific. And I actually didn't expect Sean Penn to be the main antagonist. I thought he was like a side character.
Yeah.
But no.
The system is the ultimate main antagonist.
Yeah.
And then doesn't have a face.
The Christmas Club was like the organization that is just kind of,
that's the goon squad.
Just kind of going continuously throughout. It's just sort of like this unseen entity that you're introduced to, and then that becomes something that's like kind of in the back of your mind as you're watching the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Because this character, he's trying to get in with that club, Lockjaw. And of course, I don't remember that guy, the actor's name, but the main guy that he talks to for joining the club, I feel like he's played similar characters before. I don't know the actor's name, but
which one? The guy who looks like Gavin Newsom?
Yeah. Tony Goldwyn.
Okay.
Yeah. His character's name is Virgil Throckmorton.
Did you catch the Oh, what's his name? The guy from Billy Madison in that?
What guy?
Jim Downey.
Jim Downey.
Jim Downey's the guy that says, everyone in this room is now dumber from having heard that.
Oh, was that him?
That's him. He's one of the guys sitting at the table with them.
Oh yeah.
He's actually sitting at the couch when he goes upstairs, and they have like
That's him?
That's him. Yeah.
He looks so different.
Yeah. You seen that clip from Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend or something like that, where the guy's basically saying, he's talking about Jeff Epstein. He goes, Jeff Epstein, the financier.
No, I've not seen that.
You haven't seen that clip?
No.
Oh, it's the same guy. He was a writer for SNL and a writer for Adam Sandler for years.
Oh, really?
He was actually in There Will Be Blood as a bit part.
He's also in Chair Company.
He's in the Chair Company. He's that same guy.
Yeah.
And he's in this.
I recognized him from Chair Company.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, it's that guy.
He's in There Will Be Blood. He's the guy that Daniel Plainview was like, why don't I own this?
Oh, I see.
And he's the surveyor who's like selling him all the property.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I loved the first 30 minutes of it because I love seeing SAC represented.
Oh, yeah.
And in where they filmed, I work in that area, and I drive through that area like every day. So while I was watching it, it was fun to see the geography of the sort of chase scene that they're going through. And I was like, all right, that's I Street. They're going to head towards the freeway. No,
Yeah.
They turned left or right or whatever. I'm like, okay, it makes sense, I think. Figuring it out.
And then smash cut to the Tower Bridge. And you're like,
yeah,
that's not there.
I mean, they would have to, you'd have to drive down 3rd and then it's right there. Yeah.
It is funny to see that though.
Yeah. It was cool. I like that. And Sac's only featured really in the first 30, 40 minutes of the movie
before she gets caught.
And it's like the flashback. It's like the before time.
Yeah.
Before the present. Another victim of the hype was the chase sequence towards the end of the movie and the desert. I kept on seeing like a frame of that road saying like this is the best chase scene or whatever of the year, whatever. And then it got to it, and so I was like, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to get a chase scene here. And I'm not sure if just like I had different expectations, but it really was a very casual chase sequence because I feel like what made it unique was the way it was filmed.
Yeah.
Rather than
the rolling hills.
Rather than the chase scene itself, like the car chasing each other. It's more of like a car trying to catch up to another car.
Yeah.
Because the camera is attached to the front and it's like a longer lens. So when it is going through these hills, you're kind of going with it like waves.
Yeah.
Kind of like you're at the front end of a boat, and which was kind of unique. But then and I was like, kind of like, all right, what's the next thing that's gonna happen?
It's like a straightaway chase scene, which I think in real life is scary because if you're out in the middle of the desert and you're being chased by somebody, like you got nowhere to go. You can't rely on your skills to get you away by making tight turns or hiding or whatever.
You're only going forward.
Yeah, and in my head, I was thinking, how are they going to end this? What's the climax to this? And it was a really good ending to the chase scene.
Yeah, and I like the fact that they were also playing with like the hills, like being able to see over the hill, like you're expecting to see like a jump scare from a car.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, and the full circle moment with Lockjaw and the Santa Claus Club,
Christmas Adventures
Club, and that which was essentially the ultimate conclusion to that whole moment there. That was intense. That was crazy. And of course, I knew that. I was like, there's no way that's just the end of that guy.
Yeah, of course not.
But the actual towards the end, I was like, okay, I see what they're doing with this guy. This guy seems like he's unkillable. Like he's just like a force to be reckoned with. And then the whole nunnery sequence with Sean Penn was hilarious. It's like, I'm not gay.
Yeah.
If you think I'm gay,
that's what you're implying. He's got a lot of great one-liners in it.
Yeah.
A lot of good clips he pull.
The way he acts too when he's like frustrated.
He's just, he's got all those weird tics, the way he walks.
Yeah.
I mentioned that on a previous episode that his walk is an all-time walk.
I was trying to figure out what it was about it that made it unique. It's like kind of like a limp.
He's got a gait, like a limp to it, but it's like one leg is stiff or he's like clenching his butt or something the whole time.
He's like carrying one of his legs. Like he's like hiking it over every step or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And
he has
he'll-
to drag it almost.
And his arms kind of like walk.
He walks like he's buff because he's buff for an old man.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he was insane, and yeah, it was fun though. It was certainly a funny movie for sure. I think I liked most. Leo was good, but I think I found most of the other characters more interesting.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially Lockjaw, but also Benicio was great.
So chill.
I know, so casual, so just cavalier about everything.
Yeah.
And the whole like he's got a system set up for like escaping.
Yeah.
You know, they have like
Underground Railroad.
They've done drills and all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they got this whole thing set up. So that was fun.
It's better on a rewatch. I'll tell you, especially with now that the hype is kind of worn off. It increased for me on a rewatch.
Yeah. That's really the only thing.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, that I watched. That was notable.
Cool. All right, let's wrap this thing up so we can do a review.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you to our cool SCR duties over on Patreon. That's Javier, Heather, Michael, and Chris. If you want to support us on the Patreon, you can do so at patreon.com/middleclassfilmclass, or you can just watch on the YouTube and share with a friend. That's his own way of supporting too. Until next time. Thank you for joining us as Joseph and I gab and chatter. We reminisce about our lost friend Tyler. Hope you're doing okay, buddy. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/MCFC podcast, and send us an email, mcfcpodcast@gmail.com.
And follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Middle Class Film Class, and on Twitter at Podcast MCFC.
And follow us later on in the week if you're not on the live stream, or later on today if you are, as we review Train Dreams.
Yes.
Joel Edgerton's vehicle on Netflix right
Yeah.
now. Getting a lot of hype, so we'll talk about it. See you next time.
See ya.
There were once passageways to the old world. And even though that old world is gone, you can still feel the echo of it.
I think we can all agree that we really enjoyed this movie and this was a masterful piece.
My wife.
Oh my God! What?
Oh, it's time for class.
Roll call.
Bueller.
I'm gonna be late for class.
Bueller.
Am I hallucinating here? Just what in the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm late for class.
You are mine now. You belong to me.
Did you study for the test?
No more complaining. No more Mr. Kimball to go to the bathroom. Nothing. There is no bathroom.
Hello, classmates, and welcome to another episode of Middle Class Film Class Movie Review Edition. I'm your host for today, Joseph.
I'm Peter.
And no Tyler over there. But for this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just for this week.
Just for this week. Well, I don't know, actually. We're not doing a topic this month, as we have been doing. We are just going to be kind of reviewing whatever.
Yeah, whatever we feel like reviewing. I have to figure out what we want to do by the end of this one, because you picked this movie.
Right? Yeah. Well,
more or less.
Sort of.
Yeah. We did it together, but you were high on it.
Yeah. And it's newly released, so relevant, I think. Mm-hmm. Getting a lot of buzz. We're going to be talking about Train Dreams.
There were once passageways to the old world. And even though that old world is gone, you can still feel the echo of it.
We just cut down trees that have been here for 500 years. Every thread we pull affects the design of things.
Don't you think it's too much? What if you got nothing left to give?
Don't worry. You'll find a way.
Train Dreams. Yes, Train Dreams. Based on a short novella, I believe. This is, Dennis Johnson's beloved novella, Train Dreams, of the same title. Directed by Clint Bentley, written by Clint Bentley and Greg Cuedar, who are the same filmmakers from Sing Sing from last year, which was a magical film as well.
You seen it?
Yeah. It's a really
almost universal praise.
It's a really beautiful movie, and I would say they done it again with a pretty different genre and of story, I think. This follows Joel Edgerton, who is playing Robert Grenier as the main character, Felicity Jones as his wife Gladys Grenier, and William H. Macy are the three notable names of the whole movie in terms of the cast. But you have appearances from Clifton Collins Jr.
He's second billed in this.
I know.
Or the 2 lines that he has.
I know. And I was like, is that Clifton Collins Jr.? And then Paul Schneider, who also has a bit part, he was... you would recognize him. He kind of looks a lot different in this movie.
He's the preacher, right? Or
he's the preacher guy.
Bible thumper.
Yeah. And he is in Assassination of Jesse James, as well as the first few seasons of Parks and Rec.
Yeah. He's in another thing I can't remember. I'll look him up while you're...
and this follows, Robert Grenier, who is a logger in the Pacific Northwest, who finds a family, starts a family with Felicity Jones, and they lead the definition of a simple life. They build a cabin next to a river and start a family, and every logging season, he's off traveling somewhere to cut down some trees in this not turn of the century, but after the turn of the century.
He was born at the turn of the century.
Yeah, so he's this is 19...
He died in 68. He was probably about 70 when he died.
It's 1930s, probably.
Yeah, I think the beginning of the story when he's a young man kind of centers around the 20s.
Yeah.
And then it makes it up into the 60s.
Yeah, the late 60s.
Just for a hot minute.
Yeah, just for the very tail end of the whole story.
It's the 1920s to the 1940s in the bulk of it.
And you don't see most of the rest of the world because he's out in the woods. So you can't really kind of gauge it based on the vehicles or anything like that. They don't talk about any sort of political war thing going on outside.
Nope.
So you're locked into his story throughout this whole movie. And it is a sort of, it's Malick-esque in its presentation and storytelling. And similarly to Assassination of Jesse James, there's a narration throughout that's kind of telling you like the facts almost.
Yeah.
Kind of telling you what it is, what's going on exactly about this person and sort of the inner workings of this guy's mind at certain points.
And it tells you at the very beginning too that we're gonna basically see his entire life.
Yeah.
It says this is a story of a real man that lived. His name was this, and it literally tells him from when he was born, his parents abandoned him, whether it was by choice or by death. He never knew them. He didn't even talk about who his second parents were, or his new parents.
Like whoever raised him.
Yeah, because he says he never knew who his first parents were.
Yeah,
or something like that.
And it's a movie that just kind of floats along. But before we get too deep into like the movie itself, this is a new release. It's getting a lot of award buzz, specifically from Joel Edgerton's performance, and I believe the cinematography as well, and probably just the picture overall.
That's the star of the show, is the cinematography, in my opinion.
Yeah. But let's get some initial thoughts. Pete, what did you think of Train Dreams?
I think this kind of feels similar to how your thoughts were on One Battle After Another, with the hype was just a little too high for me.
There's a lot of glowing reviews.
People are like, easy best picture winner, best thing since Tree of Life, that sort of thing, where it's like you're getting a slice of life that you've never seen before, but it's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, And I don't disagree that it is a gorgeous movie. I think there's a little hyperbole when you get into those levels, but it's really good, and it's one of these things where a lot of people think they really find the value in the story in film, and you can look at this movie as a story that means nothing, or you can look at it as a very relatable, heartfelt story. And there's tragedy in his life, and there's a lot of just like working and then being sad. And it's like, is that not life?
A little bit.
You're like, okay, off to work. I'm going to do this until I die. And
I miss my wife.
Yeah, I miss my wife. Wish I was home. At least, you can go home to your wife at the end of the day. He has to go months without seeing her.
Yeah.
But, there's a relatableness to it. And there's a, what is it? What's that? The Bill Nighy movie that came out this year. It's like,
this year?
Yeah, Bill Nighy movie. It's either this year or last year. It was a remake of Akiru. It was I don't know. Becoming. Maybe it's just called Becoming or something like that, or about living or something like that. It's basically he's diagnosed with cancer. He knows he's going to die, and it's like the end of his life, reflecting on a life well lived or not well lived. And it's like that's always going to be a relatable topic because we're all going to die, and I think that there's a natural amount of regret, regardless of how you lived your life, that's going to be like, I wish I would have done this more.
Yeah.
I wish I would have talked to this person more, seen this person more. And I felt those things when my dad had that heart attack this week. And I was like, fuck, if this is the last time I ever have a father in this world, I regret so many days spent not with him.
Yeah.
And you can't spend your entire life with your dad by your side, and your mom by your side or whatever. But you have those feelings, and they're natural feelings to have. And it's like he had that immense regret for not being there for his wife. And there's going to be full spoilers on this, but when his wife and child dies, he's like, I regret not being there for them. And if he was there a day sooner, he would have been able to, in his mind, to save them.
Yeah.
He arrived when the fire was raging.
Yeah.
Which was a harrowing scene. Him walking through the fires, and we've seen firsthand the devastation that happens in California from fires. I've known people displaced. I've known people that have lost their entire home, all their memories, all their everything. My dad's helped with, the recovery efforts and volunteering out in the Paradise Fires and that stuff. And just firsthand accounts of how terrible it is. And that's with civilization.
Yeah.
With people able to take water there and food to these people. And it's like, you see him after the fire and he's just like on the ground, sleeping in a
sleeping in the ashes.
Sleeping in the ashes and sleeping in the rain with no blanket or anything because of the depression of it all. But yeah, he has this immense sorrow and this immense regret. But ultimately, when you look at the movie, it's not a barn burner of a story. I didn't find that as a detriment, but I think some people might. To me, it felt kind of like a Curious Case of Benjamin Button or a Forrest Gump or something, where it's like you see this entire life of this person, but from a realistic lens. You're not looking at it like, oh my gosh, he was a war hero and he met the president and he did this and he was on stage with the Black Panthers. Oh, and he was in the background of the Martin Luther King, whatever. You know, it was none of that. It was like Big Fish but grounded. You know.
Oh yeah.
And I like movies like that, and I like the concept of storytelling. And I think that that's an understated theme throughout this entire thing. That he meets all these people, and just as much as he's having this experience, and you're seeing his entire life, every person he runs into, they have that entire thing too. Like there's so much history behind each one of these interesting people he meets on the logging journey or on the railroad or whatever. And some of them he's haunted by, like the man that gets thrown off the bridge.
Yeah.
Constantly haunting him.
Another regret.
Yeah.
That he like could have done something.
Could have done something.
Yeah.
So it was very good. It was beautiful. I think there were some parts that dragged a little bit, but even when it feels a little stagnant, the visuals of it all would carry you through, and any parts that felt like a little bit stale. And Felicity Jones is so charming. Like she's magnetic. Like you can see why he would fall in love with her. And you don't really see too much of their like goo eyed, like falling for
first
each other.
love, like beginnings of theirs. You see like a little bit of it,
just
but
a couple of glances. And it's hard to have that balance in a story like this that just tells decades worth of a story. You can't linger on it for too much unless you want it to be a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
Which most of these movies, like Tree of Life or something, like that's a long ass movie. This is 1 hour and 45 minutes for this movie.
Oh yeah. For some reason in my brain it was like 2 hour 40.
Yeah.
And are you done with your initial thoughts?
Yeah, I think so. It's very good. Very enjoyable. I didn't think it was going to be sad at all, and then you told me to watch it, and I did a little bit of research into it, whatever, and somebody said something like, be prepared to cry. I'm like, oh, well, I'm not really in the mood for a sad movie. It wasn't as sad as I thought it was going to be. It's like a biography.
It was certainly sad.
Yeah.
Tragic. And
it was more tragic than sad.
And it was definitely bittersweet by the end.
Yeah. Yeah. But I liked it quite a bit. Yeah. It was a great movie.
Yeah, it was kind of hard. It was not in a negative way. It was hard not to think about like Tree of Life or Terrence Malick style.
Oh, for sure.
Especially since Tree of Life, in the way that he films his movies, very sort of naturalistic, and it feels like he's just kind of letting the camera roll and kind of like directing his actors like off to the side for those like in between moments of like for like narration or something, In this, there's a lot of like wide angle shots of them cutting trees, sawing a already cut down tree, or just doing logging things. And then similar to that, there's them in their romance with Felicity Jones and their sort of beginnings of their relationship. A lot of like low shots, low like sweeping kind of shots, following people, following them laying in the grass by the lake or the river.
Yeah.
Them just having a casual conversation about marriage, essentially. And like you kind of, I feel like it did a good job of like making us believe that their love for each other was real. I felt like a genuine sort of sweet connection between the two of them. And I felt like the natural filmmaking that they did, the natural light filmmaking, I should say, filmmaking that they did felt like it didn't distract away from it. It was just like almost as if they were like vlogging themselves. Like they set up a camera or like, I don't know, it's just like we're there, man.
Voyeuristic.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I guess, like what it felt like. And it I felt like it was really impactful in the terms of like the way that they filmed all of that.
Yeah.
And the idea of the going through this person's life from young man, I don't know how young he was supposed to be, probably like in his late 20s.
Yeah.
All the way up into his 70s probably.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
I like that idea a lot. I like the sort of constant flow of like it felt like it just got kept moving. Like from scene, like little vignettes of moments through this guy's life. Obviously there was like one big moment with the fire, the wildfire. And
I think the moment with William H. Macy was also one of the more impactful ones.
Yeah, because he was an old man and has wisdom and experience through life. He's done whatever logging for however long and is an observer of sorts and is able to just like kind of spout
that. And it was like the main character didn't really have a whole lot of human connections outside of his wife, except for this guy.
Yeah. And when the tragedy does happen afterwards, and we don't see them. We don't see them die. We don't see them. So we're with him in that moment, and like, where are they? Mm-hmm. And part of me with him was like, okay, well, they're just somewhere else. Like, or they evacuated and they're just kind of somewhere else. You know,
like, how would they die in the fire? She's smart enough; she would get out in time.
And you're just kind of waiting along with him, and the fact of only when he's with that native hunter, mm-hmm. and they kill the elk or whatever,
a deer,
and he has his moment of like reality check essentially, and he breaks down, like they're not coming back, and I think he even says that, like they're not coming back. That was very impactful.
Yeah, that was probably the most heartbreaking part,
because like you're with him, and even though it does say like it's been years since he's seen them, it's like he hasn't, like, part of him, he's like been in denial the whole time and like thinking that they just were missing possibly. And you even get that sort of false hope with like the child vision, right?
Yeah.
A lot of like kind of pulling the rug under this guy's reality bit, because he's a little bit in denial and maybe a little bit delusional with about reality. But then after that kind of sets in, he has to live the rest of his life, and he rebuilds the cabin exactly how it was, and goes back to logging, and is just kind of witnessing or experiencing other people's life, William H. Macy specifically. Yeah. And he kind of is able to drop some wisdom on him, and you're living like through him a little bit as well, because like you said, he hasn't had any connection with anybody else since that, and it was really moving, I think. Yeah. The only technical problem I have with it is it does involve the cinematography, is because it seems like they filmed it with like a high frame rate or like a high shutter.
Really? I didn't catch that.
It has like a sort of Saving Private Ryan look, where more like the motion blur is not natural or organic. Like it's like filmed like an action sequence in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean? Where it's like you can see more movement of like them like sawing, especially in those moments when they're like on the logging scenes. But other than that, like it's a really beautiful movie. Like they filmed like all the scenes with the family, all filmed at magic hour.
Yeah,
because it was a magical time. It was like the best time, and but like a lot like that, like their story, like the family's end of the story, like filmed at sunset for a very specific reason, because their son was setting on that part of his life. And I don't think this is a movie really about grief necessarily, although he is dealing with it the whole time.
Yeah.
Because obviously you never really over grief. You never really you never really stop grieving. I think by the end of it, the fact that like life essentially has moved on without him, like even when he's like, they're building like the railroad, And like it took them so long to build this one railroad. The narrator then says like they built then another one
10 years later.
Yeah.
Of steel and concrete.
which was a lot better, and they stopped using this one.
Yeah, I rendered this one obsolete. It was like 10 years. That's all it was.
Yeah. By the end of it, when society has like moved on, you don't see that progression of life because he's out in the woods, right? But the fact that it goes into 1968 and like all this life has happened and he flies for the first time, like that whole scene by the end was like
really good.
Like the really bittersweet moment.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the critiques for the movie saying like, well, like not a lot happens, like nothing, like you know, it's weird for me because like I feel like that's not a critique, like that's not a bad thing for a movie like this. Similar to like Tree of Life or something, where the narrative isn't necessarily structured in a traditional way.
Yeah.
But the goings on of that are happening in the movie is like sort of like you're just witnessing people reflecting on their life, or people witnessing, like we're just watching someone live their life, like this sort of average man, or the simple man, I should say.
Yeah.
Who just has like, this is just his life, and we're getting a slice of his life, which is just the whole slice.
Yeah, you're like, to my comparison, Benjamin Button and Forrest Gump were interesting lives.
Yeah,
we're following interesting lives, and he's not
necessarily.
He lives a pretty average life for a person of that time in that like wilderness sort of part of the country.
Yeah, and obviously like the music and everything like added, like
it was good,
stacked on top of the great cinematography, stacked on top of the great acting from Felicity Jones and Joel Edgerton. Just like kind of elevated it all, and it was a very moving piece. I do think that Sing Sing was just a little bit better because I felt like the story was a little bit more.
Yeah, it's more there.
There's something more to like latch onto in Sing Sing, and I think the story is a little bit more. I feel like it was a little bit more emotional than Training Dreams. However, Training Dreams, I feel like I have to watch it again because I watched it while I was sick, and so I wasn't in like my the best state to receive an emotional piece.
Sure. Yeah.
I was fully conscious, but I just was not in the right mindset. I was already leaking many other fluids.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a movie that I really really loved, and like thinking about it after watching it, after like it's been like a week or 2 weeks, and talking about it, it's like I just need, I feel like I need to watch it again or want to watch it again.
Sometimes I think about movies like this. I mean, film is art, of course, obviously, but some movies are like a popcorn movie is a different type of art than a movie like this, obviously. But no one really complains when you see a painting of like a Claude Monet painting or whatever. It's just a pond with some flowers on there. It's like, yeah, no shit. That's the point of it. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything super exciting. It's not like what's that painting of Jupiter eating his son?
Oh, Saturn.
Is it Saturn eating his son?
Yeah.
Jupiter.
Another planet.
Saturn eating his son.
I think it's
like,
Saturn.
Yeah, it's shocking to see that, and like the emotion in the Saturn's face is like terrifying.
Yeah.
And just the fact that it's his son is terrifying. Or like the scream, that piece, the figure,
the Home Alone scream.
Figure with the Home Alone scream. It's like, that's crazy. Or Starry Night is like, it's kind of groundbreaking in the way that the air currents are moving through the sky and just how it's painting. It's beautiful. But when you look at something that's just like a still life, like a beautiful painting of a field of like Van Gogh, a field of yellow flowers.
Painting of a bowl of fruit
or whatever. Yeah, it's like it can be that beautiful on its own without having the bells and whistles or whatever. And it's like, I think of movies like that, like this, in that vein. Even if I don't have a huge emotional attachment to this character, or even if I don't feel like he really quote unquote did anything big with his life that we got to see, it is a beautiful piece to watch, and it's a beautiful. His life in itself is a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
you know, it's not it doesn't have to be flashy to be beautiful.
Yeah. This movie kind of reminded me of it reminded me of like if Assassination of Jesse James was combined with Tree of Life, because
I see that. Mhm.
because like the style of cinematography, obviously, and then the narration, and then
the era
of which it's being filmed or taking place, and I love both those movies as well. So it's like the best of both worlds, ultimate combination, and just like I don't want to be. I don't know if this is gonna sound like egotistical. Maybe I can phrase it in a way that doesn't sound egotistical. But the cinematography of this movie, of Train Dreams, reminded me of the style of cinematography that I like to shoot in. And it's just like out in nature, natural light, minimal gear, minimalist gear, just kind of living,
capturing the beauty of the world,
but capturing the candid moments. I guess you could call it a little bit like docu style, but like Emmanuel Lubezki and Tree of Life kind of like sort of, after I watched that the first time, it kind of like set me on a different path.
Yeah, I can imagine that as a filmmaker.
In terms of like what I want, like what I like and what I want out of like filmmaking, and what I like to see in terms of like moments in film, capturing those like those candid moments, those like real genuine moments, of just somebody's life like that. And I think Train Dreams is kind of like the perfect representation of that idea, because you are just kind of witnessing this guy's life. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like I'm watching an actor act. It feels like I am watching a logger log. Like
That's fair.
It feels like I am in that world. It was immersive in that aspect, and that kind of comes down to like wardrobe, production design, and location, and all of that stuff. That also all plays an element in the immersion and the cinematography, because like production design is a huge part of cinematography as well. And I feel like this movie kind of nailed that, and in combination with the sort of great use of lenses and the 4x3 and the framing, composition, all of that, and the camera movements themselves was just all added up, like was all just a perfect stew of goodness. Yeah.
You know what it felt? I felt like the desire to rewatch Patterson. Did you ever watch that?
No, but I've heard that it's similar in terms of like going through life a little bit.
It's one of my favorite like hidden gem movies. It's Jim Jarmusch. So it's a very specific cadence to it, and I'm not always like Jarmusch.
What else did he do?
He did Dead Man, Ghost Dog.
Ghost Dog.
The Dead Don't Die, Coffee and Cigarettes.
I like The Dead Don't Die.
Only Lovers Left Alive. Yeah, I like The Dead Don't Die too. I like Only Lovers Left Alive. I think Ghost Dog was very different than what I was expecting, so it didn't land on me. I'm willing to give it a rewatch, but I did not like it the first time. But Patterson's just Adam Driver, and his name is Patterson. He lives in Patterson, New Jersey, and he's a city bus driver. And he writes poetry.
Oh, okay.
And the whole movie is just following him around for a few days of his life. That's it.
Oh, just a few days?
Just that's it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just like a few days.
Interesting.
Like, there's no like overarching event. There's a couple things that are kind of leading to it. He's got a girlfriend that's kind of a space case, and always on the next hunt for the next cool thing. And oh, didn't you know it's been my dream to play guitar? Oh no, you never told me that. Oh yeah, baby, maybe we should get me a guitar. It'd be great. Didn't you know it's always been my dream to be a cupcake maker? It's like, sure, we can make cupcakes, I guess. And then you like write a poem about it, or write a poem about the type of matches that he likes to use to light the candle.
Oh, okay.
And then he meets another poet who came to Patterson, New Jersey, because one of his favorite poets was born in Patterson. And for some reason throughout the story, he keeps seeing twins.
Twins?
Yeah, twins.
Oh.
Out in the real world. And
Interesting.
he's like, I wonder if there's anything to that.
I'll write a poem about it.
Anyway. And it's like there's so much of nothing happening, but it's a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
And it's so slow and deliberately paced, where you're just there for this guy's life and seeing a little bit of it. You get little hints of what his life was before it. You see like a picture of him in a military uniform, his nightstand, which is a real picture of Adam Driver when he was enlisted. And some people fucking hate that movie because nothing happens. I really love it, and it feels like a modern version of something like this. You know.
Yeah, I am curious about people's like thoughts about movies like that. Like when people say they hate when like a movie that like nothing happens in the movie, like at what their ideal movie is or what their favorite movie types of movies are.
So I got two minds about that. The first time I ever had turkey bacon, I was told it was turkey bacon.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you had an expectation.
I had an expectation it wasn't going to taste like bacon. But I've known people that will serve you turkey bacon and not tell you it's turkey. They'll say, "Here's some bacon," and they'll eat it. And they go, "What the fuck is this? Is this gone bad? It looks like a Band-Aid."
Oh, okay.
And you're like, it's not bacon, but you're telling somebody it's bacon, you know. Or like if you drink a sour beer, someone you just says, "Hey, you got a beer? Yeah, here you go," and you crack a freaking Almanac Farmhouse ale and you give it to them, and then they're like, "Oh, what is this?" And you're like, "Oh, it's an Almanac Farmhouse. It's a framboise." And you're like, this is fucking gross. Like,
yeah.
But if you like a sour and you're expecting a sour, it's a different thing. You're expecting something, you get something different. So I think people who viscerally hate movies like this, they haven't been exposed to that type of cinema. So they're expecting like
ABC
plot. They're expecting 3-act structure and this and that, and it's like
inciting incident.
Yeah, it's clearly the protagonist, clearly the antagonist. You know, the girl gets
a hero's journey.
There's a struggle in the middle, and then it all wraps up with a nice bow at the end.
Yeah,
and that's what you're looking for, and they don't get that, so they're like, "What have I done? Why did I waste 2 hours watching this when nothing happened?" You know, so I could see why that happens, and I don't think any less of anybody for that, because for one, it's just taste is taste.
Yeah.
You like what you like. You can't tell why sometimes. But also, it's an exposure thing. And I do think that giving a recommendation of The Tree of Life to a casual movie person, they're like,
you should watch this.
Yeah. Oh, you liked Ernest Scared Stupid? You'd really love The Tree of Life.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you're doing them a disservice.
Oh, yeah.
At that point. So it kind of is on you. But, I don't know. I would like to see what your thoughts are on Patterson. I'll let you borrow the Blu-ray. It's hard to find.
Yeah, it isn't even streaming anywhere.
I don't think so.
I've definitely like had an interest in watching it since hearing about it, like all those years ago when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just never got. I just never took the plunge, I guess. I think so. There's a little bit of like, obviously, there's like layers to like this movie, and there's a little bit of like lifting that the viewer has to do in terms of like making that emotional connection, I think, to Edgerton's character. Because there's no climactic moment of like his family dying and him like being outside the cabin and being the sort of like Hollywood like shouting at the burning cabin, and it's his scream is muted or like or muffled underneath like very tender music or sad music, or like he's holding his dead wife in his arms. Like there's not that moment in this movie, right? You have to be in his mind, because it is kind of from his perspective a little bit. And you're like, you have to be like, oh man, this guy's family's not coming back. Oh my god, they like died in the fire. You have to like,
do you ever find out if they really died? You're thinking, I thought that a couple times, but when I was younger, you used to hear things about like, oh, this person ran away, or this person was maybe kidnapped. We don't know. They're just missing.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're still on the hunt to find this person. And, or there was suspicion of foul play, and you hear the stories on the news, and it's like, we just want closure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I never understood that as a youngster. And now I get it now, obviously as an adult. You're like, imagine someone very close to you was kidnapped or just disappeared one day, just didn't show up to work, didn't show up home, and you don't know what happened. It's like, even if it's been 10 years and you assume that they're dead, you want to know.
Well, yeah, you want to have.
If they find a body, then you're like, okay, now I can release that part of my mind.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always going to be wondering what happened. Are they okay? Are they not? I'm assuming they're not. Did they flee the country? Did they have a manic episode and break down, and now they're a different person mentally than they were before?
Yeah.
Or was there foul play and they are gone? You know, I had a friend, close friend from high school, who he died a couple years ago, and he was struggled with drugs and alcohol most of his life after the military, and he was found dead in Texas. Didn't even know it was in Texas, and there was no foul play suspected, but drugs and alcohol definitely involved.
Mhm.
And he was dead for 5 days before they could even identify him, because they didn't even have anything on him to identify who he was in this this county where he was found. And when it was kind of found out and we all were told about it and we went back home for the funeral, it's like he didn't have like a normal structure. He didn't have a normal, like, he expected to work on this day and whatever. I didn't know where he was or what he was doing. But the people in his life that did, I think they were concerned just because he struggled with addiction.
Yeah.
And it was like, you're always like, really hope that he's okay. You know, a week later, 2 weeks later, a month from having not heard from him,
Mhm.
I hope he's okay. And then when the news happens, it's like, it's terrible and it's visceral and it's all these things. But at the same time, you at least have this almost like it's done, you know?
Yeah, like, yeah, you don't have to
Not
have to worry about him
Yeah,
anymore.
not that you're relieved about that, but you know, there is a component of that when someone's missing or gone or they're in a dangerous place in their life that you're just like,
It's like the worst sense of relief.
yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, we've experienced it with you know, Brianna's uncle. It was very, very sad, and he was on the edge of death for much of his life.
Mhm.
And then when it finally happened, it was very sad, but also like this breath of relief that it's like, well, his struggle's over and whatever.
Yeah.
In this case, they're not worried about the struggle of the person, but the struggle of the person who's left behind.
Yeah, and in this movie, because there is no necessarily any closure other than the moment where he's like, they're not coming back.
Yeah, where he accepts it. Yeah.
It is you pretty much kind of you have to put yourself in his shoes to have that sort of realization as well, that they're not coming back. And then as he's going through life, you're like, man, this guy's family died in the fire, and it's not his fault that it happened, but she tried to go with him.
Yeah, that one line
and
makes it harder.
And he was like, no, it's too dangerous. And that's the sense of guilt or regret that he has, probably, that it's never brought up again, but
that's where you're talking about the audience has to do some of the lifting.
Yeah, it's like you have to make that sort of connection yourself, and you're realizing this guy is he's living his life alone. He dies alone, but at least at some point he does get peace with himself. And when they show, like, when he's in that sort of last bit of narration, when he's in the plane and they're talking about how, like, he died in his sleep in 1968, and it shows the overgrown inside of the cabin. It's like, this was a moment in somebody's life from the early 20th century, and there are probably like many stories like this.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That we're just getting this sort of fictional guy's story. I don't think it's based on a real person, but
I don't think so either.
But no doubt that something like this, or very similar to this, has happened throughout
hundreds of thousands of times, possibly.
Yeah, throughout many centuries of human history, in one way or another. And I feel like this story is a good representation of that feeling, of that type of story that definitely has happened.
Yeah.
And I thought it was very effective, and it was executed well in pretty much all aspects, I think.
Good. Awesome. A couple recommendations for movies that may be in the same vein as this. Obviously, Patterson and Perfect Days.
Oh, yeah, the Wim Wenders.
Yeah, haven't seen that one yet, but I've heard a lot of comparisons, and by all accounts, it's just a
guy.
Watching a guy live his life. Who cleans toilets.
A joyous guy. That's what I've heard.
Paris, Texas, a little bit. Yeah.
Another Wim Wenders.
Yeah. Maybe you could just pick any Jarmusch or any Wim Wender.
I feel like Paris, Texas.
Wim Wenders.
That guy, he definitely has a goal, though.
Yeah, it's not a 1-for-1, but something happened.
Yeah,
and he's dealing with it.
Yeah, the presentation though is similar, and like he's just running into different people or whatever. But he has a specific goal for himself.
Yeah, Tree of Life for sure.
Oh yeah, and then
Assassination of Jesse James. Any other ones that stick out to you that could be comparisons?
Slice of life, slice of somebody's whole life. In terms of vibe. I mean, those are all good examples of other movies like it.
I'm looking through some in the same vein.
I want to say like Hidden Life. Would you?
Yeah, I think Hidden Life's good. It's similar in their presentation. I love Hidden Life.
Yeah.
It's one that I'm not eager to go rewatch again, but fuck, it was a good movie.
Yeah, and that one has a little bit more of a narrative, like a sort of traditional narrative, because the guy's like he's in a Nazi prison camp because he doesn't want to be a Nazi.
Yeah. Nazis, they look so cool.
Yeah. Come on, join the Nazis.
Yeah, I think that's all I got to say. There's not a whole lot. I mean, there's some small trivia bits, but it's just a new release, so you don't have a whole lot of behind the scenes. We'll see how well it does at the Oscars. It's being championed for Best Picture. I don't know if it's got a shot, but it is a beautiful movie. Maybe.
Yeah, I know from other, like, I think the Independent Awards, I think it's nominated, and Joel Edgerton's nominated.
Yeah, I think Edgerton's got a shot.
And Critics' Choice Awards as well.
Good year for movies, though. I mean,
yeah.
Sinners and One Battle After Another are also kind of in that running for a lot of awards.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm like waiting to make a top 5 for 2025 until I watch Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
Oh yeah, Marty Supreme. Yes.
It comes out. It's a very similar release time for Complete Unknown last year to this year. So it's like,
oh yeah, you're right. Back to back.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And the and again, the marketing. I know we kind of end with the review now. We're talking about something else entirely.
That's right.
The Timothée Chalamet marketing is on another level.
Yeah,
it's kind of
marketing is good.
It's crazy.
I just like that it's different.
It's also hilarious. Yeah. Sweat.
Hamnet is another one that's getting really
Hamnet.
crazy buzz.
That's right. I'm interested in that, even though I don't know anything really about Shakespeare.
Avatar, Fire and Ash, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Jay Kelly, Marty Supreme, No Other Choice, One Battle After Another.
No Other Choice is another one.
Sentimental Value, Sinners.
Oh yeah,
and Wicked for Good. Those are all like front runners for Best Picture.
Worst Person in the World was really good, and I'm really interested in Sentimental Value.
Oh, that's the same
director.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
can't wait for that. No Other Choice too. I mean, Park Chan-wook.
I'm really curious about Pillion.
Oh fuck yeah,
Alex Skarsgård.
I can't wait for that.
And Dudley.
That marketing has been good too.
Yeah, Skarsgård is such an interesting person.
Yeah. I'm good. You ready to wrap up?
Yeah, let's throw some grades on Train Dreams.
I give it an A. Good A. Maybe not an A+, but pretty damn close.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, I would say also an A. Train Dreams. Something a person with autism has.
Very good.
Yes.
Hold on, one more time.
Double A's.
Train Dreams is what?
Someone, what did I say? Something a person with autism has.
Very good.
Train Dreams. Dreams of trains.
Exciting.
Anyway, double A's for Train Dreams.
Yep.
What's next? There's no wheel. What are we doing?
I'm not sure.
I think we were talking about like just doing, whatever.
Yeah, kind of. We're talking
whatever
about,
movie.
Yeah, we're kind of talking about doing like just like our top movies for 2025, revisiting them essentially.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the way we want to go with this. I think I need to think about it a little bit. We need to talk offline. Figure out exactly where we want to go.
Because we're not doing a topic like we haven't.
No, we're not doing the topic for the month until we know kind of the
movies
go forward commitment from Tyler.
I'm like looking at the movies that I watched that came out in 2020. Weapons, Eddington, Superman, K-pop,
Sinners,
Predator, Killer of Killers.
There's a lot of good ones this year. So maybe I'll pick one of those because, I mean, this Train Dreams being a new release, maybe there's something coming out this week that I don't even know about because we're like, this is prime time for, maybe we can get our hands on Hamnet. Hamnet.
I mean, there's a bunch of movies in theaters right now that I've been wanting to see. I've been trying to see Return Family or the Brendan Fraser movie.
Oh, Rental Family.
Rental Family.
Yeah. I do want to see that one
I've
too.
been trying to see that one. Obviously, like I do want to see Hamnet. Do want to see Predator Badlands. Haven't gotten out to see that.
Oh yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it, and then maybe we'll post about what the next one is going to be.
You tell us what to watch. I don't know.
Yeah, send some recommendations, or some. What do you guys want to see?
We still have the terrible movie list.
Oh shit, we can do a punishment movie.
We have Simon Says with S-E-Z.
Yeah.
House of the Dead.
I've seen that. No.
I've seen it too.
Pass.
The Avengers 1998, Weirdsville, Amityville movies, Hotel Poseidon, The Bubble, Blonde. Any list? I have Bridge Boy for Joseph Bridges. He has a list.
I wouldn't be opposed to doing Blonde.
That's a new one.
It's also
who did that?
Oh, it's the guy that did Assassination of Jesse James.
Oh yeah, Jeff Nichols.
Yeah, no, not Jeff Nichols. That's Take Shelter.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, Blonde, IMDb. What is his name? Andrew Dominic.
Oh yeah, Dominic.
Based off the book from Joyce Carol Oates, who has been a interesting online Twitter figure.
Oh really?
Lately,
She's still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's still kicking.
Legend of Cat Claws Mountain, Christmas Twister, Fire Twister.
Maybe we do a Christmas movie. I don't know.
Baffled. That's from Trip. Uncle Trip.
Oh, Uncle Trip. What's up, Uncle Trip? Are you listening?
Miss you.
Yeah.
Wherever you are.
Right in. Also, anybody who wants to give some well wishes or otherwise to Tyler, send in an email, mcfcpodcast@gmail.com. All the messages get to him. Me and Joseph man that, and we make sure he sees it. We'll force feed it to him.
Yeah.
You got anything else, Joseph?
No.
Okay. Thank you to our cool SGR duties over on Patreon. That's Javier, Heather, Michael, and Chris. If you want to support us on the Patreon, you can do so at patreon.com/middleclassfilmclass, or just follow us on the YouTube. Watch us there. Donate there if you like. That's a bunch of ways that you can support the show without having to pay $1. Until next time. Thank you for joining us as we review Train Dreams, starring Joel Edgerton and Felicity Jones. Follow us next week as we review I don't know what. I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
I'll put it on the socials. If you're eager to know before the actual show drops, follow us on all the socials. Facebook.com/MCFC podcast. Send us an email, mcfcpodcast@gmail.com. Or any other socials. What do you got, Joseph?
Instagram, TikTok at Middle Class Film Class, and Twitter podcast MCFC.
Yeah. If you know where to find us, you'll look. It's easy.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys next time, guys.
See ya. Oh, hello.